in thinking about the different products and the different choices, one thing that I've just been curious about is like how, technology is changing all the time, right? It's a very exciting time to be in the wireless space right now. There are so many really cool technologies with, this teragraph millimeter wave, massive MIMO, 5G technology, Wi-Fi 6, 6E, 7, all this stuff coming down the pipe. I mean, if you're a Wi-Fi geek, I mean, now's a great time to be breathing air, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, how do you guys go about selecting products, right? Because you change your line card every once in a while, right? You make some updates here and there and stuff like that. I just, help me out with that vetting process that you go through.
Yeah, absolutely. So it certainly starts at the executive level and engaging with a partner. Just to hone in on a technology for just 1 second, Al, the thing that really geeks me out as far as like, how fast can we get this thing going? How much throughput and how much bandwidth can we push through wirelessly where a fiber doesn't make sense? Guess what? You cannot trench fiber through a river. You cannot trench fiber through ancestral burial grounds and First Nations and tribal communities. And if you look at the advent of all these technologies, you went through the alphabet soup, Al, and it's wicked awesome. You look at how fast these products are offering fiber-like speeds, gigabit, multi-gigabit. It's like, wow, it is a cool time to be us's because we can deliver just rock solid speeds and fast and connect these folks and connect a lot of them. So that's way cool. To get back to your very specific question about how we vet that, we start at the executive level and work with industry partners or a specific manufacturer. Our engineering team is next up. So the executive team talks through, all right, is this a potential technology we want to vet with our engineering team? And then we go into roll up the sleeves mode with the engineers. We'll receive the gear, we'll test it in our labs. We'll set up a point-to-point link if we want to, or a networking Wi-Fi or switch product. We'll test it internally and we'll put it through its paces and say, you know what, is this the right product for our customers? Is this the right product for Al? When we get it out in the field, is it going to stand up on its two legs? And if it doesn't pass our sniff test internally, we're never even introducing it to you, Al, or other partners. And so we put it through that rigorous engineering test first. We want to make sure we can stamp the WAVE name on it, the last mile gear name, the MBSI WAVE name first, because the last thing we want to do is have truck rolls or other things that are just going to be these hiccups in time for guys like you and others, where they have to truck roll and rip something out and put something new in its place. And so that's a little sliver of the process, Al. And then we will also, the next step thereafter is we'll engage with partners like you and say, you know what, Al, we're thinking about this. What are your thoughts? Have you heard of it? Do you see a market for it? Will it fit within your portfolio and all the projects you're working on? Will that work for you? So those are really three areas on where we focus.
Well, you guys do a good job of training up and things like that, right? I mean, you have internal folks that adapt that technology knowledge. I guess that's through the labs and things like that, right? But
absolutely,
and training programs on those different products you select. You kind of serve a couple of different markets of customers. I mean, you have like I know you can do a lot of stuff with wireless internet service providers, but you do a lot of work with network integrators, and we're kind of a hybrid of both of those, if you will. Yep. We have some clients we do traditional network integration work. We have other clients we manage their infrastructure. Yeah, I mean, how do you cater to those different markets? I mean, how do you view those two different markets with product selections and so forth?
Yeah, so the product selection is only like the tip of the iceberg there, Al, and both models, you have different needs as far as financing terms and CapEx versus OpEx. And it's a totally different model when you are a service provider. You've got to have that 24/7, 365 knock, because it is 1-800-SmartWAVE if people can't connect to the internet. And you're offering that as a service to your customers. And so we do consider that within the vetting process with our products. Is this more integrator focused? Is this more of a managed service provider play? I mentioned the financing and the staging that we do internally. And it's not just knowing which products are applicable for which market or which player in that role. It's a matter of understanding their entire business. So going back to your previous question, how do we differentiate ourselves? We have that dialogue at the CFO level, at the executive level, at the sales rep level, where we fully understand your business. And it's just not a, hey, you're a credit app, let's see if you're credit worthy and give you a credit line and ship you some stuff. It's how can we help you accomplish the mission? And those are really ways we differentiate ourselves.
That's great.